my base, and next I'm just moving on to the foundation, and for that I'll be using the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric long wearing foundation, and mine is in the shade number 2. I'm just going to spread a very thin layer of foundation all over my face. Next I'm just going to use a beauty sponge to blend them out. Don't forget the neck area as well. For concealer, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Coverage Concealer, and mine is in the shade 305 Ivory. So I'm just going to use this to conceal my dark eye circles and also brighten up the under eye area. So maybe some of my acne marks and scars as well, and also around the mouth area. So sometimes we get a little bit darkish around the edge, so you can actually use concealer like this kind of shade to help to brighten up the overall look. So for today, I'm going to be unboxing and trying on a few products from the brand Artistry. So basically Artistry is the skincare and makeup brand for the company Amway, and Amway is a company that has been around for many years. I believe most of you should have probably heard of the company name by now. So what I have over here is actually their signature color range. So I got a eyeshadow palette, a blusher, and also a lipstick product. You actually have to purchase the casing, compact casing, and the colors itself separately, which personally I feel that is really great because it not only helps to save the environment, but it also allows you to change into any colors that you want. Okay, so basically this is how the compact casing looks like. Very classy and very elegant look, which I really love, and it also comes together in a velvet pouch like this. So basically when you purchase the casing, it's actually empty inside, and then there's even a mirror over here, which I think is really great and convenient. So it actually allows you to bring out in your makeup pouch for any touch-up required. So let's say for example, if you get a blusher, which is what I have over here. So this is how the colors, the packaging of the so-called the refill looks like. So this is a blusher shade that I have over here, and it also comes together with a small brush, which I think is really great and convenient for any touch-up if you bring along outside. And then you just have to fix it into the compact case. So once you hear a snap sound, it means that the color has been fixed firmly into the casing. So basically this is how it looks like once you fix it into the compact case. And then you just close it. So there you have a new blusher or eyeshadow compact, and you can actually switch it up to any colors you want. So in a way it's actually kind of helping you to save money, because unlike the other brands that we always use, they always come together with the case and the color inside. So once you finish the colors inside, there's no way you can get a refill, so you just have to throw away the whole compact case. But unlike for Artistry, so for example, if I finish the blusher shade over here, I can simply just take it out and switch to maybe even an eyeshadow palette or another blusher shade. So I don't have to keep on spending money to get new compact case. So the idea is a bit like the BB cushion that we always use. Like for example, once we always finish up the cushion foundation inside, we always just buy back the refill and just put it into the old casing. So the idea and concept of what Artistry have over here is actually quite similar to BB cushion, right? So this is the blusher shade that I've got. I will list all the shades and the name of the products down in the description box, right? So this is the blusher shade, and then I also got an eyeshadow palette. So basically the eyeshadow palette I have already fixed everything inside. So this is their 4-color eyeshadow palette. So it belongs to their signature range. The colors are actually very beige, brown, very neutral kind of a palette. So besides eyeshadow palette and blusher, they also do have a range of their lipstick and lip glosses. So I also got one of their lipstick over here. So this is how the packaging looks like. Again, in a very classy and elegant gold color casing. And over on the top, they actually do have a logo of their brand name Artistry, which I think is really nice and very elegant looking. So for the lipstick, the way you open is also in a very special and unique way. So you basically have to just twist it, and then the lipstick is actually open. So this is the color that I've got, a very classic red color. So how you push back in is you just have to push it in until you hear a little snap sound. It means that the lipstick is actually firmly and safely put back into the casing, which I think is really great because I believe most of you would probably have experienced this once or twice in their life, is that whenever you have a lipstick in your pouch, the cap always goes missing. I don't know if this happens to any of you, but personally for me, I do have this issue. I always tend to lose the casing for my lipstick, or if not, it will actually become very loose. Yeah, so when you actually put it on, it actually kind of doesn't really feel very secure. But for Artistry lipstick, I think this is a really very great and innovative design, so you don't lose the cap easily, and also it doesn't loosen out. Alright, so without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started on the makeup look. Right, first of all, I'm going to use my eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to go straight for this color over here to use it as my base color. I'm just going to take an even smaller brush, and I'm just going to go in with this shade over here. So I'm just going to place this at the end of my eye area and blend forward. Oh, the color is very pigmented. Actually, the texture of their powder feels very smooth. Basically, it doesn't feel dry or cakey or any kind of roughness. I will do a color swatch at the end of this video, so do stay tuned for it. This is how the second color looks like. The texture does feel very smooth. It's very easy to blend out. So basically, I have no issue trying to blend out all the colors. Next, I'm just going to use an even smaller brush, and again with the same color, I'm just going to place this underneath my eye area. So this is how the second color looks like. Basically, I feel that if you are going for a very natural daily basis kind of makeup look, I feel that something like this will be sufficient enough. But if you prefer something to be a bit more intense, a bit more defined, you can actually go on and add on the other colors, so which is what I'm going to do right now. Next, I'm probably just going to use this shade over here. So basically, this shade has a little bit of shimmer and glitter inside, which I think would be quite nice if I were to place it on the center of my eye area. Oh, it's actually quite pigmented. It gets onto the brush quite easily, so you do have to be quite careful when you're actually taking the powder. So I'm just going to try place this at the center of my eye area. The color is actually quite intense. Once I blend it out, I actually can't really see the shimmer and the glitter. Yeah, it kind of does blend together with the first color earlier on. So I think I'm just going to use this color to intensify the outer eye area over here. So using the fluffy brush, just to gently soften the edges. I feel that once I add on this shade, the whole eye area actually looks more defined and slightly more intense. So if you are going for something very smoky but you want something to be quite soft, I think this palette does works quite well. So far I don't see any dropping of the eyeshadow powder onto my cheek area. So for today, I'm just going to blend slightly higher a little bit, somewhere onto my eye socket area over here. Okay, so I think this is how the upper eyelid looks like. Very soft, smoky kind of look. And next, I'm just going to move on to the under eye area with the same color. This is how the color looks like, very soft, smoky kind of look. So next I'm just going to draw my eyeliner. Next, going back to the eyeshadow palette, I'm going to take an even smaller shader brush and I'm just going to go for the darkest shade over here. This is a matte dark brown shade, and I'm just going to place this on top of my eyeliner. Using the same dark brown shade, I'm just going to do my under eye area as well. This is something how it looks like, a very soft, smoky kind of eye makeup look. Okay, so next I'm just going to put on some false lashes and also do my eyebrows, and I'll be right back. So I already put on some false lashes and also done my eyebrows. Next, going back to the eye makeup, I'm going to put on a little bit of highlighter underneath my eye area, which is something that I always does. So just to give a little pop of brightness. I'm going to be setting my entire face with loose powder, and for that I'll be using the Perfect Diary translucent loose powder. For highlight, I'm going to be using the Essence Glow palette, and for that I'm going to be using the shade in the center called Major Glow. Contour, I'm using the Missha Cotton Contour. So I'm just going to lightly contour my cheekbones over here and also along my jawline. I've been using this contour shade so frequently until the casing has already kind of like separate itself. I really like this shade a lot because it's very natural. It doesn't give off a very harsh, very dark looking kind of a contour shade. So I think it's really great if you have fair skin or if you're looking for something that's very natural. And also I like to use this shade to contour my nose area. So I'm going to change to a smaller brush. And I'm just going to contour along the side of my nose. Next, moving on to blusher, I'm going to use my blusher brush. And I'm just going to go in with this shade. This is a very light peachy pink kind of shade. Oh, it does have some very light sheer shimmer bits inside. So the texture is not entirely matte texture. So if you are looking for something a little bit more matte, you might want to take note of this part. Because we have a very bright red lip color going on later, so for the cheek area, I'm just going to give you a very sheer wash of color like this. So I'm just going to try blending together with the highlight shade. So what I'll do is I'll use a light tapping motion to get the color on, and then I'll just soften it by blending it out. Okay, so for the cheek color, I think I'm going to stop at here. So next, I'm just going to move on to the lip color. So before that, I'm just going to use a makeup remover to remove any excess foundation or dirt on the lip area. So I'm just going to use my lip brush and I'm just going to apply this all over my lips. Oh, this is a really very classy bright red lip color. Okay, the entire whole makeup look is now finally completed. Now let's just do a little recap on the 3 products that I've used today. So first of all is the eyeshadow palette. Personally, I really do love the colors inside. I love how the entire whole eye makeup look turns out to be. It's a very neutral palette with a lot of soft brown shades. So you can actually easily create a very soft smoky eyes, and also for any daily basis kind of a makeup look. However, if I really were to say a little bit of disadvantage would be that the colors actually lack of a very shimmery or glittery shade for highlighting underneath the eye area, which was why I had to use my own highlighter shade earlier on to highlight my inner corner of the eye area. Other than that, I feel that the colors are all really very nice looking, and also the texture of the powder are very smooth. It doesn't feel cakey, it doesn't feel chalky at all, and the pigment are actually not bad. So basically the colors are all very soft and very smooth, and most important, they are very easy to blend out when you apply onto the eye area. Yeah, other than that, I don't find any other fault with this. So other than the shimmer glittery color which I mentioned earlier on, which is what the eyeshadow palette was lacking of. Another disadvantage I would have to say would be about the compact casing. Although it's very nice, very classy and very elegant looking, however it does accumulate fingerprints quite easily. So I'm not sure if you guys can tell from the screen. I actually had left all my fingerprints all over the front area, which is like really yeah, very disastrous looking. So if you are someone who is very OCD, very particular about all your makeup casing, then you might have to be slightly careful with this one when you're handling this compact. Next, moving on to the blusher. Personally, I find that the blusher is quite okay. However, I'm not a very big fan of blusher with shimmer and glitter bits inside. That's purely because I have quite enlarged pores on my cheek area. So any blusher with shimmer and glitter bits, I'm usually quite slightly careful with it because I don't want my pores to be even enhanced even more. However, I feel that this one is actually not so bad once you actually apply in a very light sheer wash of color and you blend together with the highlighter. I think it's actually perfectly fine. So again, the texture for their blusher is also very smooth and very easily blendable. So this shade is in a peachy pink shade, which I find that is great for any people with fair skin tone to slightly medium skin tone, and also it's great for any daily basis kind of makeup look. You can also pair it with very classic smoky eyes and red color lips like this, or you can use it for very natural makeup look as well. So yeah, personally I find that the blusher is quite okay. However, I'm just not a big fan of the shimmery texture it has. Other than that, I find that the colors and everything is very pretty and very nice. Okay, last but not least is the lipstick, which is what I have over here. So the color that I got from this range is actually a very bright red lip color, very classic kind of red. And for the lipstick, I actually really do love the unique packaging. Like I mentioned earlier, it actually does help to prevent you from losing the cap of the casing easily, and also is to make sure that the casing is screwed back on tightly, so you don't feel that it's always very loose. Yeah, so for the lipstick, so far it doesn't feel dry on my lip. I believe that the texture is not a matte texture because when I was using the lip brush, it actually does feels and look kind of glossy. I'm not sure if you guys can tell from the screen, but it actually does look kind of a very glossy wet texture. And when I apply on my lips, I have no issue apply and blending it out. It doesn't feel matte, it doesn't feel dry. So I'm not exactly sure what is the texture, but it feels very lightweight and very comfortable on my lips. However, I'm not sure if this is transfer proof, so I'm just going to do a little experiment over here. I'm just going to drink my water from the bottle itself with a straw. Okay, this is definitely not transfer proof. As you guys can see, I have left some stain on the straw itself. However, the majority of the color is still on my lips, so it doesn't stain or transfer that quite badly. And second of all, the texture is very lightweight and feels very comfortable on my lips. And although I have very dry, chappy lips, however, when I was applying the lip color, it's actually very easy to blend out and apply. I don't have to go like back and forth many times. So yeah, this is the lip color, which I really love. If you are not a fan of classic red color, they actually do have other shades available as well for their lipstick range. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a little thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe as well. If you want to know more of my daily life updates, you can follow me on my Instagram account over here. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!